The 10 Days of Prayer was initiated by Nick Dawson at Diocesan Synod when the recession first began to bite. This year is the 4th year, and each year has taken a different theme with supporting downloadable resources on the diocesan website. This year, Bishop Stephen has encouraged us to focus on listening to God, listening to one another, listening to our local community, and listening to the world around us.
Across the diocese, we're obviously facing considerable challenges, but also opportunities, but many changes, and that actually worries people quite a lot. And sometimes people take their eye off what's really important. And I think the advantage of the 10 days of prayer, or prayer in general, is it actually keeps us focused on what really is important, keeps us centred on our priorities, which is, of course, Jesus Christ himself. It helps us to connect with Christ. It enables us to listen to Christ. It helps us to renew our lives in Christ. And also it means we make space and time simply to be with God, and in doing that to receive strength for all that he's calling us to do.
This year, one of our emphases is on developing a culture of prayer first. So often in a crisis, we panic first. Then we do mental gymnastics with all the possible scenarios, solutions. We may even move into action and still we haven't prayed. We want to encourage everyone to develop a habit of prayer first, so that when a crisis comes, prayer and listening to God is our first response. As we think it through, it's accompanied by prayer and listening to God. As we move into action, it's accompanied by prayer and listening to God. This will surely change our perspective and get our eyes back on the God who has no lack of resources and who promises to be with us, whatever our circumstances. We have lots of resources for the 10 Days of Prayer that you can download from the diocesan website. New this year are the prayer postcards. These are of a generic design with either Sheffield, Doncaster or Rotherham on the front, and you just add your own parish return details on the back. You can print your own postcards in-house, or you can send them to a local printer. Either leaflet the whole parish or perhaps some particular streets, or why not place boxes in particular locations, the library, the doctor's surgery, the local post office, so that you can find out what people in your local community really think and want to pray about. A recent survey said that 4 out of 5 people pray, and the things that they want to pray for primarily are world peace and an end to world poverty. So what might your community want to pray about? The 10 Days of Prayer gives us an opportunity to mobilise literally thousands of people to pray. So get your programme together and join in.